Welcome back to No Limit Drag Racing 2.0, and today we're going to be diving into a tune setup for the new 4th generation Chevy Malibu, which is the new car in the latest update. We're going to be diving into a tune that will get this thing into the high 5s to generally about on average you'll be 5.8, 5.9, or 6.0 in the quarter mile on an unprepped surface. Now, no prep racing has been a big part of the new update, and this particular tune setup is by Savage Jaquan 21, and I will be leaving a link in the description box down below to his original video where he fully details how his tune works. So, with that being said though, I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do in this car, and then I'm going to walk you guys through the setup on it. But once again, I just want to be clear that Savage Jaquan 21 is the original creator of this tune, and I will be leaving a link to his original tune video in the description box down below. Now, in order to find this new car, you got to go to the dealership, click on Retro, and go all the way to the far right. That will give you access to this car. Now, if you go back to the main menu, the way that you can go ahead and test this thing out on a no prep surface is by going to, not free ride, oops, test and tune, and make sure you have it set up with no prep right there on the setup options. Now, you can really pick whichever strip you want. I really like Washington. Washington's a really fun one. I also really like New Jersey. That one's a really fun one as well. Let's give that one a try and see what I can run just right out of the gate. I've been running 6s on average in this thing. I'm not entirely dialed in on, you know, like the perfect driver mod for it yet. Now, the original creator of this tune runs 5.8s pretty consistently, but let's see what we can do. Let's get the tire temperature up. Almost there, and 125. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. You do have to really pay attention, though, to the 1-2 shift in this car, and if you get it wrong, that can definitely cost you your time. All right, let's see what we got. Launch control, and watching the tree. Send it. Revving it all the way out. It's a little slow on that one shift, but we'll pull the chute. What did we do? 6.2? Jeez, that was kind of bad. Oh, man. The last couple of times I drove this car, I ran 6s flat, and then in the original creator's video, he ran a 5.8. So let's see if we can do a little bit better this time. Because that was a bit of an oof of a run, I'll tell you that. And I know it's not my tires, because they're in perfect condition. All right, let's bump it up to the line. All right, let's try this again. Let's see if we can actually make this work. Send it. Kind of messed up a little bit on one of those shifts I saw. All right, so let's see. 6.1. We're getting better. We're getting better. I really want to dial in, at the very least, a 6.0. Because this always happens when I play this game. I'll practice off camera, and I'll run, like, you know, a 6.0 or a 5.9. And then I'll start filming, and it's like, yeah, no, you're going to run 6.2s. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you actually freaking kidding me? All right, come on. Let's see what you've got. Come on, and full set. Oh, this might be it. That felt pretty good. 5.9. We're in the 5s. Perfect. All right, so as you can see, with this tune, it really, really, really depends on how you dial in your shift times. So when you launch, you got to stay in first gear, and it will actually rev out up to almost the rev limiter that one time, and then it'll come back down, and then you can shift it into second. So that's a big part of driving this car, or at least driving this car with this tune setup. And now I'm going to walk you guys through the tune itself. So upgrade-wise, you're going to be fully built on everything in the engine. Intake-wise, you're going to be fully built on a turbo setup. There's no nitrous, there's no procharger, there's no blower, nothing like that. Now, next up for your transmission setup, you're going to be running a fully built 6-speed. That's it, just like fully built all the way across the board 6-speed transmission. Clutch is going to be maxed out, and so is the flywheel. Now, suspension-wise, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So you're going to have maxed out front brakes, maxed out rear brakes, maxed out front suspension, and the rear suspension is going to be maxed out with a torque arm configuration. And then frame-wise, you're going to be running a roll cage, but no wheelie bar, and then weight reduction all the way, weight transfer all the way, that'll matter later, and then a single upgrade on the parachute. You can do the dual upgrade if you want, but you don't necessarily need to. Now, into the tuning, this is where you got to really pay attention to what the setup does. And again, massive, like, mad props to Savage Jake 121 for figuring this out. So your final is going to be 2.39 with a first of 3.82, second of 3.00, a third of 2.45, a fourth of 2.06, fifth 1.75, and sixth 1.43. Now, feel free to pause the video right here if you guys need to really dial in and hone in on that tuning setup. But next up, suspension-wise, so clearance is going to be 0.26 in the front, 0.27 in the rear. Stiffness, 62K in the front, 39K in the rear. Bump, 1,100 in the front and 1,000 in the rear. Rebound, 7,000 front and rear. And extension, 0.15 in the front and 0.00 in the back. Now, weight balance. So weight balance is going to be shifted to 0.53, and then the actual height of it is going to be 0.05. Now, computer-wise, so your launch RPM is going to be 75.75 or 75.76, either way. Limiter RPM, basically almost 10,000 RPM, but 9,999 RPM. And shift light is going to come on at 9,800 with a delay box of 0.00. Fuel is going to be perfect tune, timing is going to be perfect tune, and boost is going to be a full 30 PSI in every gear. Now, as far as getting everything else dialed in on this car, everything from that point on is going to be a driver mod focused deal. It's really just all in the practice. Now, will this setup work on other cars? That depends. You're gonna have to do some fine tuning and tweaking here and there because every car is a little bit different. But now that we've seen what this thing can do on a no prep surface, like we ran that 5.9 earlier, let's take it to one of the open world areas and see how it drives in a scenario like that. So as far as the featured maps go, we've been to Sin City, and we've also been to Battle Creek Park, but I'm kind of curious as to if we go back to Sin City, how big is the map in all reality? Because when we first came here in the Mustang, I was a little bit unsure of how everything worked. I was a little bit unsure of where to go, and I was a little bit, like, kind of lost, to be honest. Like, kind of lost in terms of where to put the car and, you know, what went where and, you know, stuff like that. So now, let's see how this thing, I mean, this is, you want to talk about no prep. I mean, this is all no prep. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, the game decided to freak out for a second there, but it is odd driving this thing with an automatic, you know, once you're used to driving it with a manual. Let's just launch it on, like, just this random surface and see what it does. Just on this random, like, city street. What happens if we, like, hit it in reverse? Oh, it won't do it. Okay. Well, handbrake and launch. It's properly fast. There's, like, 200 plus miles an hour. Ow. Right into a freaking building. But, I mean, hey, if you like playing around on the, on, like, these main city streets, dude, freaking go for it. You've got, oh my god. That's a jump right there. Well, this'll be fun. This'll be a lot of fun. Let's see what we can do, because we're gonna be able to hit this thing at over 150, I think. Oh god, yeah. Oh my, we did a backflip. Oh my god, bro. That is not what I expected to have happen at all. I expected this thing to hit the ramp and just fly off the ramp. It did not do that. It freaking, wow, it backflipped. What even is this? Ow. What even is this? That is ridiculous. God, the second you, oh god. The second you hit it and you just, like, get after it with the power, it rockets away. I need to find some areas of this map that I've never seen before. Where does that... Is that an entrance to something? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it doesn't... I want to be able to get in there, though. It looks like a really cool area. But there doesn't seem like a direct route to get in. And that's kind of the issue. What if we go down this way? There's not much down here, is there? Not really. I'm trying to find... Is that just the edge of the map? There's gotta be more. Oh, wait. All right, so we've got a right turn right here. God, with those massive tires in the rear, it becomes a little bit tricky to, like, even when you turn and then you give it the full beans, it's still really hard to kick the back end out. Can we get in there? Is there any way for us to get in there? Any way? That looks like a gate of some kind. Oh! Yo! Figured a way in. Okay. So now, How do we get over to that main area that I saw earlier? Yo, I think I figured it out. Is this supposed to be an airport? Well, because I saw what either looked like either a runway or a drag strip, and I'm not sure which it was. Wait, that might be the drift track. Although, again, I don't know how to get in there. This seems like a little bit of like a car meet area. And then, is there an entrance over here? No. Okay, this is definitely going to take some learning. This map is going to take some getting used to, and it's definitely going to take some learning. Oh, turn, please. These drag cars aren't necessarily the best in turning, and I am figuring that out very quickly. Really cool car meet area, though. Like, amazing car meet area. Oh, dude, that is like a perfect photo backdrop, too. That looks awesome. Dude, that looks so sick. That looks like really, really, really cool. I wonder if you can, like... Go ahead. I wonder if you can get a photo like that. Oh, man. I wanted to get a photo of the flames coming out of the exhausts. I feel like that would have looked so good. That would have looked so freaking good, though. I am going to get a photo of that, though, for sure. Man, I've got to say that, like, stylistically, though, this map is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, boy. Oh. It is weird, though, to only see 2 maps being featured right now. Because, oh, I found a drag strip. At least some kind of drag strip. Game's freaking out. Oh, I thought the game was going to crash right there. Now, if I just switch it over to empty, let's see. We'll go back up into, we'll go to neutral. It's not necessarily perfect. Like, it's not the setup that you would use in, you know, in a drag race, but what the heck is that? Is that a jump, or is that something else I should be aware of? What the heck is this? That's gotta be the drift track down there, then. Oh, yeah, that's gotta be the drift track. Okay, so... See, I need to see what happens if I hit that at full tilt, because... Whew, that's gonna be wild. Oh, wait! This must be the way into the drift track. Oh! Oh, that makes so much sense then. I love how it didn't count that as the drift. It was like, yeah, no drift for you. And let me go back over that, but I'm going to hit it with a bunch of power and see what the car does. Stop. Thank you. Because even in a really short distance, it's going to be going really, really fast. Oh my God. So apparently that sign is collision. And I didn't realize that sign was collision. That's actually really, really, really funny. Oh, man. Bro, this map is so sick, though. And not only is the map really, really cool, but, like, the amount of cars and builds that you could bring out here and have fun with is incredible as well. And I love how when we came out here in the Malibu versus when we came out here in the Mustang, the experience we had was totally different. But if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below if it helped you out at all. And if you're new around here and you would like to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. And I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.